Hey folks, Joel Ellison here with Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing. I have a bit of a different video coming for you today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look. I'm going to show you how to do a Duracoat job on your firearms or pretty much anything else. It's really not that complicated. A lot of people think it's complicated, but it's really not. In any case, I'm going to be doing a paint job on the stock of a 1022, Ruger 1022, and let me take you over and we'll get started, okay? All right, here we go. We have our Ruger 1022 takedown. This is actually my wife's gun. She's kind of going for a Georgia theme. She's originally from Georgia, but she wanted to do kind of a UGA theme. We're going to be painting this back half of the stock red and leaving this front part of it black per her instructions, as well as the all the metal up here, stainless steel and or aluminum or slash kind of silver colored. And she's eventually going to put a big Georgia decal back here on the butt. In any case, let's go ahead and get started. First thing, of course, is to make sure the rifle is unloaded, which it is. And yep, nothing in the magazine well. So let's go ahead and disassemble this. There's dozens of videos on how to disassemble a standard Ruger 1022. Let me go ahead and lock the bolt back. There we go. And we can take off our barrel. Hang on, I can't quite do that one-handed. Stand by. Hey folks, sorry about that. I had to use two hands to do this. As you can see, the bolt is back. That way I don't rip off the extractor. All I'm going to do is pull this lever back and turn the barrel assembly 45 degrees. And the whole assembly, the whole fore end and barrel, both come off. And we're left with the buttstock of the action. Let me go ahead and remove the action. That's just one screw, and the whole action is just going to pivot up and unhook. And I'm also going to need to take out this sling swivel stud. Stand by. We'll be right back. Hey folks, got the action out of the stock. That's what we're left with. I've also removed the sling swivel stud. This takedown screw is actually supposed to be captive, but it can be easily removed. Just keep unscrewing it. It's got a little bit of a narrow section in there so that it's supposed to stay captive with the rifle. I'll go ahead and put it over here with our other parts. And now we just have the stock itself. We do have a bit of a brass insert. I'm going to have to leave that inside just because that's kind of molded with the stock. In any case, our next step is going to be to clean this stock. In order to paint firearms parts, or really anything, it's best to have everything as clean as possible. No dirt, no residue, no nothing. What I really like to do is to either use the True Strip. That's about the best stuff that I've ever used. Second best thing is acetone. While the True Strip is a little bit better, it's also a lot more costly. True Strip I can spray from our airgun setup, as you'll see in a minute. But acetone I can also spray from it, and I can use Scotch-Brite pads, as recommended by Duracoat, the manufacturer. In any case, let's go ahead and get started. Hey folks, I might have forgotten a few things a minute ago. Something I always do is I always wear gloves whenever I'm painting. I also have proper ventilation. I have a box fan set up over in a window. And also, all animals are removed from the basement every time I'm doing something like this. Let's see, let me go ahead and clean this stock up and I'll get right back with you. Stand by. Hey folks, here we are. I have suspended the stock with a little bit of wire from our ladder, and I'm just now getting the paint set up. We have our compressor over here and going down to our airbrush. If you're wondering what that background noise is, I'm shaking up the paint bottle. Ta-da! We're going to be using Duracoat Poppy. Not sponsored or anything. I just really like their product. In any case, it needs to be mixed up with the hardener in a 12-to-1 ratio. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of paint to 1/2 teaspoon of hardener. Fortunately, all of their paints use the same hardener, but they just have to be shook for about 3 minutes straight. We're going to be using not just the colored paint, but also some clear coat gloss, and usually I do 2 coats of colored paint and 3 layers of hardener. So once we get good coverage, we should be fine. I've also, by the way, masked off the threaded portion of that stock bolt, so that way we don't get any in there, down in that cavity. I've also set up a bit of little brown paper just so I can test out the paint nozzle and make sure it's all doing exactly as we want before we start spraying on the customer's gun. In any case, I'll get back with you here in just a minute. Stand by. Okay, folks, we're back. We have the red paint mixed up. It's in the paint cup. I've got it hooked to the compressor. I'm just going to give it a few quick test sprays. Make sure my nozzle is adjusted correctly. I usually have to open this up quite wide in order to get any paint to come out. And maybe do a little more than that. Once the paint is mixed, I, by the way, have about a 20-minute window where the paint is workable. Although it has a few days shelf life. Alright, so I'm going to apply the paint, and here goes the first layer, and we're going to check back in with you once I have the first layer, and we'll probably do another coat very soon. Stand by. Okay, we have our first layer of paint. It might not look perfect right now, but yeah, we'll give that about 10, 15, 20 minutes to cure, and we'll apply another layer. Stand by, I'll show you more. Okay, we have here our stock, and I think that looks pretty darn good. It came out nice and relatively even. I did drop it accidentally once, and yeah, Duracoat is nice and easy to touch up, which is yet another thing I really like about it. Even after the clear coat is applied, you can go ahead and retouch the colored portion. Like, for example, on my first project with it, the green 5.7 pistol for PSA, that one I had to retouch the entire front of it because, well, I realized I had missed a big spot. In any case, I think we're ready to clean up our airbrush. Our airbrush needs some cleaning after all that, and I'll be back with the clear coat. Stand by. Okay, we're back. That's after the second coat of clear coat. I think it's looking pretty good. Let me use the opportunity to answer some questions you might have about Duracoat. Is Duracoat and Cerakote the same thing? No, not at all. Duracoat is far, far easier to apply. As you can see, we've done no baking, no extreme cleanliness baths or anything like that. Duracoat is just way less logistical overhead to apply, and it wears about as good as the Cerakote. Honestly, I can tell very little difference between the two, except in my wallet. Does Duracoat come in spray cans? Yes, it does. I've tried the spray cans on previous jobs, and I think for my needs, I'm not just doing one gun, I'm doing lots of guns. And the air sprayer and just buying it in the liquid form is way more economical for me. Your mileage may vary. If you only have one gun you need doing, then yeah, the aerosol works just fine. Let's see. How important is cleanliness? Extremely. Let me show you something I came up with just to help me clean this stuff up. I have right here a slop bucket. This is all the reducer, all the excess paint, everything that I've had to pump through the system in order to get my sprayer clean. It's a little bit of a headache, but it's not bad. I'd much rather do this than have to clean up the entire floor after having sprayed all this mess everywhere. Let's see. Safety equipment. I've already shown you the fan I have in the window. That's pulling air out of here into the outside. I've got very good ventilation in here. It's not bad. In future, I may eventually invest in a respirator. That would be, I think, a little bit safer. This is also the area where I mix all the paints. And it's best to do this on a table that you do not give a crap about. And this is one such example of that. How do I measure it? Well, I use metal measuring spoons. I forget where I got these from, but they work pretty well. Does Duracoat come in a lot of colors? Absolutely. If you can dream it, they can make it. Got this one color here. I used this on the Emerald Pistol. There we go, Golden Maiden. Wait a minute, Joel, that paint doesn't look golden at all except there at the bottom. Well, when you shake it up, it does something cool. Woo, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's all just suspended in the liquid. Is Duracoat a little messy? Yeah, it's a little messy. It's not terribly good for you. I wouldn't say inhale the fumes from it, but it's relatively safe. Obviously, I don't have the cat in here, otherwise she would be rubbing up all against all of the freshly painted surfaces, getting her fur everywhere, all of the paint, and yeah. And generally speaking, if something gives you a headache when you apply it, and due to the fumes, odds are it's probably not good for your animals either. But in any case, let me leave you alone with those, and I think that about does it for our application today. I'm going to leave this to dry for 24 hours. It's dry to the touch after about 20 minutes, and then you can put on another coat. You can do things like camo jobs. You can do multiple colors. You can do all kinds of things with Duracoat. It's a very flexible system. You can also retouch it if something happens, like say you drop the stock on the floor, or you find, oh, there's a surface I totally forgot about on the bottom of it. Then you can absolutely retouch it. It's not a problem. Let's see. I think that's about all I have for you today. In any case, if you want to support our work directly, go make an appointment to see us at pinnaclemountaingunsmithing.com. And you can check us out at the gun show coming up on October 26th and 27th in Greenville, at the Greenville Convention Center in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll have a booth there. You can see us. You can buy some merch. You can talk to us. You can make an appointment. We will even buy your guns. We have a few guns to sell as well. So we hope to see you there. In any case, I'll see you next time. Bye.